Now let's be funny. The funny ones here. Playing with the big boys' toys, manly toys. Well, that's more of a... I come in with a... This is the West Mary, the finishings. Like all the painted parts. I said that it's West Mary, this is Hagen's. I forgot. All the painted parts. They were a special delivery. It was a Christmas miracle that we got them just in time for the install in January. Thanks to Kin and his van. You know, I just leave it down and I lift. More! It moved just a little bit. So these are the painted parts, the glass, the rubber that's gonna hold the glass. We have LED here. We had to use the forklift to take it out of his van. And it's really well wrapped, and he had glass inside, the fluted glass. That's going to be really, really cool when we're going to see it on site. So the glass was there, super thin frames wrapped nicely, all the oak. So he did a fabulous job, and it made it here in one piece. Yeah, those are sample doors. I made it in 2023, I think. I cut first time a batch of the doors that we were doing at that time, because the models of doors always evolve and they change. And I want to start spraying the new paint that we got from PPC, the samples of primer and top coat. And I'm like, instead of just spraying on leftover MDF or HDF, why don't I make some doors? Okay, so let's see. We made a mess here. It's either two of each. You have a shaker with a 2 1/4 inch and one line. This is only 1/8 of an inch depth, where the pocket is recessed only 1/8 of an inch. This is recessed 1/4 of an inch. It makes a much more visible shadow line. A designer comes in with an idea, or Ioana comes in with an idea of developing a new door, a new model. We do it, and we either add it to the catalog, or we do the job that it was designed for, and we go like, no, this door's not gonna work because of this. And again, many of them were stopped because they were so labor intensive to finish. Like for example, this one, it has a little bit over 1/8 of an inch middle pocket and a little bit less than 1/8 of an inch pocket on the actual frame. Then we had two-step shaker. So there's a thin frame, then there's a second step, and the panel. And most of them were developed because the designers would come in, see one of the existing doors. Like, if I remember correctly, we had, I don't see it now, there should be a flat door. There was, at one point, we had a flat door. So there was a flat door like this that had only one line. One of the designers came in and said like, hey, could we do 3 lines? Like, of course, we did it with 3 lines. Then another designer or another owner of one of the houses that we worked in, well, like, hey, can we do 6 lines? Like, yeah, we can do 6 lines. And I think the most we had flat panels like this, like with 10 lines, to the point of making this panel almost look like a pyramid. When you see just a photo of it, you have the impression that the middle goes up. Because the software that I'm using to make the doors is called Panelmetrics. And I stopped the count last time I developed doors. I think I was like at 67 or 68 unique doors. You do the geometry first, and that's set into the door, into that number that's in the software. But that too, you can further modify it if you want to. Like this would be a smaller sample of a side panel that has the toe kick integrated in the side panel. So it's a 2¼ inch frame with a 4-inch toe kick. You can make it in one piece. And then we just put one line here, and you make them look like two pieces, but it's actually one. So installation is much easier. Alignment is perfect. Development of custom doors never stops. So you just go from one to the other, to the other, to the other, and 15 years later you have 300 models of doors.